Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on this afternoon of March 21st. We appreciate you making the time to be with us here tonight. I have Richard with me from Truck Sales. You guys already met him on the last meeting, but if you're new and you're just joining us for the first time, we welcome you. Before we start, we actually want to go over a few reminders. And I also wanted to introduce Peter and Giselle. Those are the new team members that joined us last week. Peter is actually with BTO Integration. He's going to be part of that department. And Giselle is actually working with Truck Sales, and she's also working with Shipping Specialists. So you guys might already heard from them, but if you haven't, whenever you talk to them, please make sure you welcome them. Like I said, they just started last week, so they're fairly new to the company. I wanted to remind you all that PDP is here to stay. We're not going anywhere. Just like Peter has been saying and emphasizing on every meeting, we believe in our business model. We believe that PDP is here to stay. We want to empower you all to be successful, to be a truck business owner, a BTO as we call them here at PDP. So as I was saying, we want you to be successful. So everything that we do, everything that we are coming up with, it's in order for you guys to have everything that you need to make it in this industry. We believe that the self-dispatch business model, it's what's working for us and what's also working for you guys. We give you the freedom to choose your loads. We give you a chance to run the business the way that you want to run it. And we're just here as your back office. We're just here as your support, and we want you to know that everything that we have, it's for you and for you guys to succeed. By joining us tonight, you do get the 3 points added to your BTO report card. As we mentioned before, that's really important for you. It's definitely something that will help you in the event that you get a roadside inspection, or in the event that you get in an accident that results in points, negative points being added to your car. Whenever you have positive points from the meetings that you attend, those will help you. So in order for you to get those points, you have to stay in the meeting until the end. You also get the chance to win $300, which we usually do a couple of names at the end of the meeting. We're going to do a roll call in about 10 minutes. And if you don't hear your name, please let us know so that we can make sure that we account for you to be on the drawing at the end. We have the shop coming up. I know that Peter has been talking to you guys about this. This is really important. We want to make sure that you guys have better opportunities for preventive maintenance, for big repairs like transmission, engine, alignment, anything that has to do with your truck and trailer, whether it's preventive or it's just, things that might happen with your equipment. We want to make sure that you get the best deals out there. We currently have Ed in the yard who has been doing some work on some of the trucks and the trailers for you guys. If you're in the area and you need to have any type of repairs, you might want to come down here and check, with him and see what his availability is, and see if he's able to do the repairs for you. His prices are very affordable, and he can get you work done, depending on his availability, of course, but he might be able to get you work done within the same day or the same week. We also have the convenient store coming up. That's actually one of the goals that we have for this year. Hopefully, if everything goes well, we will be able to get that going for you guys. Once we get our building, we will get the shop, and then the convenience store will be one of the things that we are working on having. Obviously, like I mentioned at the beginning, everything that we do, it's in order for you guys to have everything that you need. And hey, having clean restrooms, showers, laundry, things like that make a difference for you guys, when you are actually in the road more than you're at home. So that's important for us too, and that's one of the things that we want to hopefully have available here in the near future. We also have some updates on the IT side. Peter has talked to you guys about all the different things that we have available now on the dashboard, on your PDP dashboard. So make sure that you check that every day, at least once a day. It's always being updated. You can see your fuel transactions, you can see your loads, you can see your P&L report from there, which is now available back on the dashboard. You can see your MVO award points. You can see your ratio on the different brokers that you're using. There is also a heat map from Freight Waves. There's a lot of good things going on your dashboard, so make sure that you check that at least once a day. If you have any questions, billing department has access to your dashboard, so they can always answer any questions that you might have in regards to that. And like I said, make sure that you're constantly checking there. You can also see your DQ files. If anything is coming to be expired, you can look in there and see, okay, well, my quarterly inspection is going to expire in a couple of weeks, and you can plan for that. I know that BTO integration is always sending reminders, but going into your dashboard, taking a look at that will probably keep you organized and keep you in compliance as well. Okay, so as I was saying, the MVO, the Most Valuable Owner Operator Award, we're going to be announcing the winners at the end of the meeting. The first place is going to get $1,000. The second place is going to get $750, and the third place is going to get $250. This is based, again, on safety. This is based on performance, on the growth that you make. So please make sure you stay tuned until the end of the meeting so that you can see if you're on the top 3. Next, we're gonna be going over an update with truck sales, and Richard is gonna go ahead and help us on that.
Hello everyone, I'm Richard with AMP Truck Sales, and just wanted to give you an update just on AMP. Of course, we're still here. We're offering big rigs and also units with lower miles. We want to offer units with warranty remaining on those units. And also, I would like to echo everything that Mara was just talking about as far as along with those trucks offered, we are also offering repairs on the shop that are going to be coming up. And along with that shop, where I'm already getting accounts with vendors that can actually have reman engines and also reman transmission readily available. So now, instead of a truck coming in and we're literally rebuilding engines or rebuilding transmissions, we're literally just doing a swap, which basically shortens your maintenance time. So instead of you having to go into a shop, wait for someone to rebuild your engine or rebuild your transmission, we simply have a transmission that's already been rebuilt and we swap it out, which can be done way more efficiently and also way faster. The other thing that the shop would like to offer is the ability to actually recover your vehicle. So we will be able to tow you back in. Just say if you broke down, out of state, we can actually tow you all the way here, and with the savings, it will be cheaper than being broke down somewhere, waiting 2 to 3 weeks before they can even get to you. We can basically tow you right here to the shop, do the repairs, and get you right back on the road. So ultimately, we want you to be down as less as possible. And go back to AMP. AMP currently have 2 trucks available. They're both on our website. Of course, the website is ampedtrucks.com. One is a 2019 International, and the other one is a 2017 Freightliner. Both of those trucks are for sale. The Freightliner is $98,000, and the International, we can actually sell that one for $98,000 also. So that would be basically a BTO, PDP BTO pricing. Of course, they are currently listed for more than that online, but we can actually give you that PDP BTO pricing. And at this point, I think that's it. So tonight we have a guest. Because of our last meeting, there was a lot of interest in a lot of BTOs wanting more information on commercial credit. And we have a young lady named Latricia White. She's with A to Z Business Consulting and Development. And Latricia, if you don't mind unmuting, and I will actually give the floor to you. And you can just kind of give us some information about what you have to offer in the way of commercial credit and also other product that you have to offer, the details also. And then after that, we'll open it up for questions and answers.
Thank you all for inviting me to on your meeting this evening, so that I can discuss my businesses and my service. I have two businesses. I have a bookkeeping business. It's named Essential Bookkeeping Services, and I also have another business. It's called NZ Business Consulting and Development. And that business is basically the business that I do my business credit out of for a lot of my clients. And with that business, I help them form. I also help them do on their businesses, LLC, and different things of that nature. But I'm here for I'm here for the business credit part. So business credit, it is a process. It's not an overnight process. It will take generally between 3 to 6 months. If everything goes well within those 3 to 6 months, you can have, there's different tiers. There's a tier 1 with certain trade lines that you get, and then tier 2 and then tier 3. And once you get to tier 3, that is basically when you get like the major credit cards, and that's when you have to PG. And when I say PG, I mean personal guarantee. Please keep in mind that in the beginning, for tier 1 and tier 2s, you never want a personal guarantee, and that is putting your name on the business credit trade lines, because the goal ultimately is to keep everything separate. You want to have personal credit, you want to have business credit, because you always want to keep the delta income ratio down. You want everything to go on your business credit if it's business. And also, the thing about business credit is you can apply for as much as you want within business credit, and it does not hurt your score. Whether they deny you or approve you, it does not hurt your score like your personal credit. The numbers drops. So that is a good thing. It's just all about being patient, being diligent, and doing the work to work in. And with my other services, bookkeeping, monthly bookkeeping for truck drivers. I do a lot of back office stuff. I do the log books. I do the IFTA. I do all of that. But I'm pretty sure PDP handles all that for you all. So that's basically my services that I offer.
Thank you so much, Latricia. We actually got your information from one of our BTOs. We call our owner operators BTOs, business truck owners. We actually got your information from one of them. He's already doing business with you. He's taking advantage of the different services that you offer, and so he was actually the one that referred us to you. He said that he is very pleasant with the services that you provide to him, and so coming from that recommendation, we figure that it will be good for all the other owner ops to get a chance, to ask you some questions if they have any, for you to be able to assist them with that. Like we were mentioning at the beginning of the meeting, we always emphasize on having everything, all the resources, all the different tools that they need in order for them to be successful. And on our previous meeting, they were actually questioning a lot in regards to business credit. How do I establish that? How do I get that started? Will I ever be removed as the guarantor for my business credit? And all of the different things that might come, with them having their EIN, running their business, running their entity within PDP. Like you mentioned, PDP does offer a lot of things, but we don't have anything in place to where we can actually assist them for establishing their credit. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the mic for everyone. If anyone has any questions for Latricia, please feel free to ask.
So how much are your services?
My services, they start at $375. And with that $375, I work with you hand in hand, because we have to build a business profile for you. So you just can't say, Latricia, I want to apply for Synchrony Bank, which is Sam's card or something like that. A profile has to be built in order, because when the businesses try to make sure, just say your business is named ABC, they have to be able to find your business. So we have to build a profile for that business to be able to find your business to make sure that you are a legit business. So with that, we go into details of all the different types of trade lines that you may want to start off with. Some trade lines may ask you to do a deposit down, some may not. It just depends on what are you actually looking for. If you just say office expenses, you may need some pens or some notebooks or things like that in your truck. We can try for Office Depot, or we can try for Quill. It's another office expense place. I know with Quill you have to spend $99 up front in order for them to bill you net 30, because the goal is also to be billed net 30, because you're at that point when you're billing at net 30, you're establishing that revolving account and you're establishing credit with the company.
Okay, I have my LLC, my EIN. I have a Duns and Bradstreet number, but I've gotten a few catalogs in the mail. So I guess what steps would I need to take after that?
Well, with your Dun and Bradstreet, you get a PDP score. Your PDP score is basically what all of the business credit people, lender, trade lines, that is what they look at. So your next step after that is to start building your business credit with your different trade lines and things like that. Because once you have your PDP score, you can have a PDP score with nothing on it because you haven't built that credit up yet. So once you build that credit up within 3 to 6 months and you get that PDP score, that's when the lenders, you can do the third party, or if you want to finance, your next truck under your business name, that's when you can do all of that.
Okay, that sounds cool. I guess that's the next steps I do need to take. I guess I can give you my information so we can, reach out to each other outside of the meeting and get more in depth about everything.
We're actually gonna send. Okay, we're gonna send an email with her information, including her website and the ways that you can contact her. So at the end of the meeting, I will go ahead and share that information with you all. Philip, I see that you have your hand raised. Did you have a question for Latricia?
Yeah, how's it going? I was going to ask you about your business consultation services. I'm looking to domesticate my LLC from Missouri to Texas. I know I've got to do a change of address with the IRS, and I know I've got to get a letter of good standing from Missouri. But does your consultation services at all help with moving LLCs from state to state?
Yes, we do move. Yes, I do move LLCs from state to state. The price varies on that because it depends on what state that we're moving it from. Yes, I do offer that services.
Do you have a ballpark of what you charge? Because I know to move it to Texas, they're going to charge about $600 just to do the conversion and then to register it. I don't know. There's two different $300 prices, so that by itself is $600. Do you know roughly what you might charge? I know there's filing fees and things like that.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. It includes the filing fees and everything like that. Then because your AIN will probably stay connected to that, so it'll probably be about $850. Once I have to look into it and see exactly what is being done. I think you said with Missouri because you started breaking up, and with the Secretary of State of Texas.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank you. I'm driving. Sorry, but I'll follow up with you. I'll follow up with you when we get the email. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Philip. Does anybody else have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch what you said in the very beginning, but I remember somebody said something about the guarantor or something of that sort, And I was just trying to get some understanding that, like, is it essential to go the Dun and Brass route, or if I wanted to rely, because I have a pretty good credit score personally, would I be able to use both in conjunction to get business credit going, or is that something that should be done separately and kind of wait the 3 to 6 months, or like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, with the personal guarantee, a personal guarantee is you're putting your name on something. So say you get ready to finance another truck. They will want you, you don't have to. They may ask you to personal guarantee that, meaning you buy your truck through Ally. But Ally is going to ask you the personal guarantee, which means it's your personal name, your personal social back on that. So your business credit isn't standing alone because now you are, I'm sorry, that was my daughter. Because now it's like 50% business credit and 50% on you. But the goal of building business credit is so that you can stand alone on yourself. But also with that personal guarantee, as long as you make your payments on time, say to Ally, it will not go on your business credit. I mean, it will not go on your personal credit at all. So it will be separate, but if you miss a payment, then it's going to go onto your personal credit, and then it's going to show up and it's going to be there, which will defeat the purpose of having business credit and keeping them separate. Now, in order to start business credit, you must always get a Dun and Bradstreet number. That is, they ask for the Dun and Bradstreet number and they ask for your EIN number. So those two things is a must of having.
Okay, no, that definitely answers my question. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Carlos. That was a really good question. Does anybody else have any questions?
And it's in regards to, so like, what are some of the quintessential differences between like a line of credit and like a business credit card? Like, and is there one that should be gone towards? Like, is there one that's like preferable?
No, because you have different type of business credit. You have revolving credit. You have the line of credit. You have the
I'm sorry, what was the first one you said before line of credit?
Revolving credit. That is like if you have credit, which is basically like the line of credit, you have that credit open with, just say your business, your checking account, but it's in your business name. You have that revolving credit line of credit open. Then you have installment credit, which will be your net 30, which is your installment credit. And then you have your non-installment credit, which is where you pay that. You go to Granger or somewhere, you pay that invoice up front. So, and then you have your credit cards, which is a credit. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really say which one is the better one. It really depends on the interest rates, your cash back that you may receive on them. If you have a high line of credit, business line of credit, that will be good because that's a revolving line of credit that you can use, pay back, use it as you need it. It will be good for like if you have maintenance or maintenance breakdowns and things like that.
Okay, and so with the like a business credit card, you would that would also be tied into like with any of the ones that you just mentioned, the Dun and Brass would be essential, as well as like basically everything you said about like the net 30 and so forth. You would have in the EIN, you would need that even to get into like a business credit card or any of the other ones you just mentioned, right?
Exactly. And you also want to make sure whatever creditor you go with, make sure that they report to Dun and Bradstreet, because all creditors don't report to Dun and Bradstreet. You want to make sure of that because that is your beginning. That's what you need, that payback score. It's like your personal business, your personal score. For Dun and Bradstreet, if it's 80 or above, that's A. That's 100. That's good. It's like with the 700s, 800s. That's what you want it to be at. But if they're not reporting, and then you have this, this line of credit with these people, it's defeating the purpose of you, having this business credit with them.
Okay, I definitely appreciate the information. Thank you.
You're welcome. Also, please keep in mind, just like with personal credit, how we had to build that up and buy things, we have to, continuously build things up and buy things. I'm not saying buy things every month once you have it established within that 3 to 6 months, but go back and buy something every blue moon to leave that account open to keep your business credit going. I mean, you can buy household things. I have bought spoons and forks, just, not that we need them. It's just the smallest, simplest things just to keep that credit line open. And again, it's a tax write-off. That's an expense for the business.
Okay, thank you.
You can go ahead with the question.
You said when you use your personal credit, it's probably like 50-50 for your business credit. When I bought my truck, I used my personal credit to get it, but it put everything in my business name. So the next time when you purchase something, will they still try to use your business credit, your personal credit to vouch for your business, or will you be able to use your business? Because it's been about a year now, so I'm just curious about that.
You have not established your business credit, you're going to go back to your personal credit. You have to establish your business credit first. And once that's established, and then you tell, because you have to remember, when you go to these dealerships, a lot of times, you tell them what you want. You tell them, I want it in my business name. Some of them may give you a house and some of them may not. It just depends on dealership and how you handle that. But you tell them what you want, and then, of course, they may come back with 3 or 5 offers or whatever, with a down payment, or you need to PG it or something like that. But a lot of times, if your business credit has been built successfully, if you have a good Paydex score, you don't have to worry about PG in it.
Okay. So the next time, because it's not on my personal credit, so I'm assuming it's going all to the business. Like you said, until if I don't make a payment, it doesn't show up. So that's why I was wondering, since it's not, I made over a year with perfect payment history. I was wondering if I would have to use my personal again. Would it be able to say that I had established my business credit by using that truck for that?
You shouldn't have to. If you had good payment history for over a year, you shouldn't have to do that because you've already established that.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Leticia, exactly who or what is this Dun & Bradstreet?
What is a Dun & Bradstreet number?
No, who are they? I mean, as far as, are they like Equifax or TransUnion? Who are they? What are they actually doing?
Dun & Bradstreet is exactly what you said. They're Equifax, they're TransUnion, they're Experience. But Dun & Bradstreet is just for business, for the higher level of business. Now, TransUnion and Experian do have a business section as well, and they do report as well. So when you get your Paydex scores, you will see Dun & Bradstreet, you will see TransUnion, and you will see Experian as well on there. Again, they will be in the, if you have a good one, they will be within the 80 range. So because there's a site that you can go to, and you can get your Paydex scores, but of course you have to pay for that monthly. I believe it's $39.99 with nave.com. You can, as you're building your business credit, you can see your score, just like your personal scores, and you can also see those as well on there. You can see your business credit score and your personal credit score.
Okay, so if I went to my bank where I already have a lot of this already set up, they would be able to get this information for me or tell me if I'm already part of Dun & Bradstreet?
I don't know if they'll be able to tell you if you're part of Dun & Bradstreet or not. That depends on if you set things up and how you structured your business and your profile. I can't tell you that. If you've never did anything, if you never did any business credit at all, you may not have a number. You have to start the process somewhere.
Well, yeah, I already got a pretty good line of business credit set up. That's why I was curious, because I haven't heard of this Dun & Bradstreet, and that's why I'm trying to find out exactly who they are.
Oh yes, Google them. They're the business credit line. They are the TransUnion Experian Equifax. That's on business.
Okay, appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
I have another question, and that question is kind of like so with these net 30s, is it something to where is it like quality over quantity type of thing? And what I mean by that is like, let's say, do you want to sign up for as many as you can and spend a certain amount with each one, or is it something to where you might want to get like a couple and max it out, pay it back, or so you know what I'm saying? Like, does that kind of hold any weight to it, like what you're spending, or is it just more so them trying to see that you're actively involved in a credit type situation?
It's more so for them to see what you're actually involved in. Like I said earlier with Quill, that is an office supply store. They have like larger printers and different things like that, but they also have household good things. So to start them out, it's $99 a month. I'm sorry, $99 for your first item or your first purchase. After that, you can go get some sticky notes for $3 to $5 or whatever, and then they have free shipping. That's just an example. But you have, because now you're going to be billed at net 30 with them. So in the other ones, you want to build at net 30 as well. But it doesn't matter if you max that out to 1,000 or if you spend $2 to $3 on there. They just want to see that you are reporting, that you're reporting being paid on time. And when it's net 30, please remember, I'm paying on the day. I suggest paying it at least 7-8 days before that net 30. If you do it online, remember at times, it takes 2 or 3 days to process, or sometimes just 24 hours. But you want to keep in mind that you don't want to do it on that 30th day of, the payment being made. Well, the payment being due.
So you don't want to would it be negatively impact you if you bought something and then paid it off immediately, or does it have to sit there for a little bit and kind of time the payment?
No, it doesn't. No, wait for it to bill. Don't buy it and then the next day go and pay the bill. Wait for it to hit your account. Wait for your account to be billed. Then you can pay it off. Like for me, I use a gas card. I wait for that to hit my account. Then once I receive that invoice in my email, then I pay that invoice back. So it's hit my account. Then it's going to show I have a good credit payment history with them.
Okay, and then the last part about that, which I wasn't sure if you quite answered. So would I want to go for multiple, will the number of net 30s that I use benefit me more, or does that not matter?
Not necessarily. So the first tier is good to get 5 to 10. And then you have to go for the second tier, which are the tiers that are more like Synchrony Bank. Those are more, you need a better score. You need a higher score. You need to be at a 80 at all times or above. You can't let that score drop. You have a first tier, a second tier, and a third tier. So you can start within that 5 to 10 tiers and then work yourself up. But remember, you're not going to need to keep all of those accounts open and going at all times. Just hit and miss some of them, just to have that consistency of good payment credit history.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
What was that website, the one where you can check your payday score, and the one that you said that it would be good for us to order from? I didn't catch that.
Now, NAB.com.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for all those questions. They're actually really good questions. And if you guys don't have any other questions, we're going to go ahead and proceed with the drawing. Just one last call if anybody wants to ask
Myra,
anything.
can you also send the email address for AMP when you send the other email out?
Most definitely, yes. We'll make sure to include that.
Appreciate
I got a quick question before we shut down.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, and I'm just doing some research. I've come across some things, and I just wanted to know, were you familiar with like Amazon Business or the Home Depot Pro? Because from my understanding, there's no credit score is required in order to establish business credit with those entities, and they report as well.
Amazon Business does not report.
Okay.
Home Depot does, and Home Depot, I believe, is in the second tier. But again, you're establishing. So if you don't have it, I think that is in the second tier. Then you will establish that business credit to go. Into once you get that first tier within that 5 to 10, or even maybe 5 to 7. It just depends on how fast everything goes and how diligent you are into it, and you move to Home Depot, you should be pretty good with getting it because you've already established that credit with, with Tier 1. Amazon Business does not report. Now, they do have Amazon credit cards. They do report, like Amazon American Express, that does report to the Business Credit Bureau. And with Amazon Business also, they have to send you a invite. You can set up Amazon Business. Let me back up. You can set up Amazon Business. You pay your yearly Amazon. Anybody can do that. That's free. But they don't offer. You have to be invited to get the net 30. But even if you're invited to get the net 30, it does not report at all. So that net 30 isn't doing anything for you. So that is useless to get that. On Amazon Business, it's good to get because you get a discount on some items. As versus regular people, they may pay a little bit, maybe $1 or $2 more. But with Amazon Business, I've seen deliveries within the same day. Sometimes with the regular items, you get them the next day or in the middle of the night or things like that. So it has its pros and cons with Amazon Business. They only offer the net 30 to you if you get an invite, but it does not report to the credit bureau.
Thanks, Latricia, and thank you, Andrew Sanderling, for that question. If we want to go ahead and move forward with the drawing, we're going to go ahead and do that. Just give me a couple of minutes to get it all set up and ready. I do want to thank you again, Latricia, for joining us tonight. All of the information that you have provided to the guys, it's really beneficial for them, and we appreciate you taking the time for being with us tonight. As mentioned at the beginning, we're going to go ahead and send an email at the end of this meeting, which will include your information so that they can contact you directly for your services, and in the event that they might have a question that they did not think about during this meeting. So give me a couple of minutes, guys, and I will go ahead and do the drawing for the $300.
Thank you all for having me. I really enjoyed speaking with you all.
Thank you, Latricia. We really appreciate you being with us tonight. There was a lot of helpful information for our guys.
Thank you, Latricia. It was very interesting. Appreciate it.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Give me 1 second. Nick, can you go ahead and show my screen so that we can show them? Okay. Are you showing the screen? Okay, so the first winner is Robert Walker. Robert, are you still here with us?
I am, thank you.
Okay, awesome. So you got yourself $300 tonight. We'll go ahead and post it to your dashboard tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull the second name for the night. And oh, wow, that was close. Randy Beck, congratulations. You got yourself $300. Are you still here, Randy?
Wow!
Yay!
Congratulations.
All righty, congratulations to you guys. We're going to go ahead and do the MBO next. As mentioned before, the first place will get $1,000. Second place gets $750, and then we have a third place for $250. And so this is actually from, like I mentioned earlier, safety, compliance, just keeping your documents up to date, keeping your logs up to date, your revenue, of course, but majority of the stuff that we're accounting for has to do with safety. We do want you guys to be safe out there. We emphasize a lot on being a safe truck driver. So the first place is going to Bill Locker. Congratulations, Bill. I know you also won last month. You're still number one, so congratulations to you. The second place is going for Carlos Dawkins. Carlos, I think you were also on the last on the last meeting on the winners. So congratulations to you again. And then the third place is going to Jake Hughes. So Jake, you made it to the third place this month. So thank you guys again. Thank you, Latricia,
Thank you.
for joining us tonight. Do you have anything else, Richard, to close up?
That was
Thank you
it.
for having me.
Thank you, Latricia.
Thank you, Latricia.
I'll send that email with her information. Our next meeting is going to be on April the 18th. It's always at 6 p.m. We always call you guys and let you know that we're going to have that meeting on the day off so that you guys, remember to attend and join us for the night. So we'll see you then. Thank you all.
Thank you.